Why hello everyone! How's it going? I've got a bit of a serious video for you guys today. It's my coming out story. In case you guys haven't guessed already, I'm gay. Can you believe it? I always knew I was different to other boys when I was younger. I don't think I saw girls the same way as they did. But growing up with a straight brother, and seeing how he was with his friends, it just seemed normal for boys to like girls. So around the very few male friends I did have in school, I pretended that I liked girls when I wasn't interested in girls at all. Through my school life, I dated a handful of girls purely because it was the normal thing to do. It was just what boys did. Even though I was in a relationship with girls, I didn't really see them as anything more than just a friend. I remember this one time I had a friend, let's just say his name was Lucas, for example. Okay, so I had a little crush on Lucas and I used to hang around with him outside of school. And I remember going into school and telling one of my friends in school that I found Lucas attractive. And she turned around to me and said, "Oh, you shouldn't really be liking boys, you should be liking girls." And that got me questioning myself, I guess. What's wrong with me? Why am I different? Why do I find boys attractive and not girls? But being young, I didn't really ponder on it too much. I didn't really think about it too much because you just don't as a child. As soon as I got into high school then, everything completely changed. I was a lot more feminine than the boys. I hung around with a lot more girls than boys. And because it wasn't the normal thing to do, I guess I must have just looked like an easy target for the boys to pick on me. I was bullied quite bad in high school. It was more verbal than anything. But there were a handful of occasions where I wasn't beat up, but I'd have things taken from me. For example, I had a phone stolen out of my bag. I had my dinner money stolen from me. I remember this one afternoon after school, I was walking home and there was these three boys walking behind me. And they were the boys that I wouldn't say were popular, but they were well known. One of them jumped on my back and I had a coat on and he took my coat off me, and at that point I was just like, I'm done. I didn't care. I just walked off and I just let them have my coat. I used to skip PE in school purely because the boys used to take the piss out of me in the changing rooms, asking me if I liked what they looked like getting changed. No, really. Thinking back on it now, none of them were my type, and it's so funny how straight guys just assume because you're gay that you're automatically attracted to them. Anyway, I'm kind of going off subject a bit here. I just wanted to give you a bit of a background of what I had to go through in school. So let's move on to my coming out. I remember coming out to at the time, my closest friend. We were sat in the back of maths and I wrote down on a piece of paper saying that I've got something to tell her. And she wrote back to me saying, "What is it?" And I wrote back to her then saying, I think I'm bisexual. Wait, what? I basically came out as bisexual because I thought it would be a lot easier to deal with the boys and just tell them that, well, I still like girls, you know. So after that then, I obviously told a few more of my friends and then my not so close friends, and I was telling people and other people. Bearing in mind I'm only 14 years of age. I remember this time me and my friends were sat down in the living room and my mum was up in her bedroom. And I was saying to my friend that, you know, I've got a boyfriend because I was dating this boy back then. And I wanted my mum to know, I wanted my mum to find out that I was gay. And I was so scared, I didn't know how to do it. So I wrote a text to her. I know, it's so stupid. I was so scared to face her face to face and tell her, so I wrote a text to her. And in the text I put something like, I've got something to tell you. She replied to me, you know, what is it? What have you got to say? I replied to her, please don't be mad with me, but I think I'm bisexual. Again, with the bisexual thing, thinking it'd be easier. She replied to me then saying, I think we should talk face to face. Oh my goodness, I was so scared. Like hearing her coming down the stairs, it was just like, I was panicking so much. Anyway, she came into the living room and she just sat down next to me, she gave me a big hug and she just said to me, you know, you're my son, and at the end of the day I love you no matter what. And that's that. Whether you're bisexual, straight, gay, I love you. Okay, that's one parent down, another one to go. So it's my 15th birthday now, and my dad come down to see me. I must have put something on Facebook about breaking up with somebody, and my dad brought it up in conversation or something, and he was like, "Oh, I saw that you've broken up with your girlfriend." And me and my mum just looked at each other like, "Oh, uh-oh, it's that time." And she said to me, "Do you want to tell him or shall I?" I was like, "You tell him." She said to him, "It wasn't a girl that Leon's broken up with, it was a boy." I don't know why, I just thought that my dad was going to jump up and just be like, "I'm not having this is not acceptable." Blah. But he didn't, he just sat there and he was like, oh, okay. I was so shocked, I was just stood there like, oh. But after that I felt a massive relief. I just felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders, and I just felt like I could be who I wanted to be, and it just felt amazing. Honestly, it has to be one of the best feelings ever. Well, there you guys have it, my coming out story. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave any comments down below, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video.